Stories about encounters with extraterrestrial civilizations always cause a stir on social media. Sometimes it turns out that it is a hoax. However, there were recordings of airplane passengers that shocked most of the people who saw them. From shape-shifting objects that traveled alongside commercial aircraft for minutes to mysterious crafts that forced pilots to take evasive action. These stories will leave you questioning what else might be sharing our airspace. Let's start with one of the most widely discussed UFO sightings that sent shockwaves through social media. In March 2018, a passenger on a flight bound for Athens, Greece, captured footage of what appeared to be a UFO flying alongside the jet from over the Aegean Sea. The passenger, Kerry Forides, filmed the unusual object from his aircraft window, and the video subsequently went viral worldwide. Unlike a typical aircraft, the object appeared to maintain perfect pace with the commercial plane, neither falling behind nor pulling ahead. The footage shows a distinct, smoke-like plume or dark object that doesn't match any known aircraft profiles. Many viewers weren't convinced it was a UFO. Some suggested it could simply be the smoke trail from another jet. However, aviation commentators and enthusiasts who analyzed the footage noted that a contrail or exhaust plume explanation does not account for several inconsistencies, especially given the strict separation of flight paths and altitudes in commercial aviation. Following NASA's announcement in June 2022 about studying unidentified anomalous phenomena, interest in aerial sightings has intensified. While alien encounters have been reported for decades, footage from Spain is often cited as particularly compelling. The most notable case is the Manas's UFO incident of November 11, 1979, when a TAE Super Caravelle flight with 109 passengers made an emergency landing after red lights tracked the plane near Ibiza and during descent to Valencia's Meneses airport. The crew performed evasive maneuvers and Spanish Air Force Mirage F-1 fighters were scrambled. The objects vanished after brief radar contact. No credible record exists of a prism-shaped alien ship with 150 witnesses, as sometimes claimed online. However, the confirmed incident remains significant. Trained pilots reported unusual objects, their movements challenged known flight physics, and the encounter prompted military involvement, underscoring why it is still one of Spain's most examined aviation mysteries. Singapore Airlines passenger films UFO. The fascination with extraterrestrial life has intrigued humanity for generations, and compelling UFO reports continue to surface. A notable case occurred aboard a Singapore Airlines flight descending into Zurich, Switzerland, when a passenger recorded an unexpected event. While filming the scenery, the traveler captured what appeared to be a near collision with an unidentified flying object. As the plane approached landing, the pilot suddenly executed emergency maneuvers, banking sharply and accelerating, causing panic among passengers. Crew members were instructed, "Put your arms under your legs and grasp your elbow," a position used only in severe emergencies. The video begins with clear views of the Swiss landscape before the aircraft tilts and a white object speeds past beneath the plane's path. Its velocity and trajectory defied explanation, resembling no known aircraft. Experts later ruled out birds or drones, noting the object was not detected on radar, leaving the incident classified as an unresolved UFO encounter. This case stems from April 11, 2019, when passenger Lucas Kim was aboard a Jeju Air flight from Seoul, South Korea, to Thailand. During the flight, he observed what first looked like another plane beside his aircraft. As he filmed, the object resolved into 6 separate glowing entities moving in formation, emitting a pulsating greenish-yellowish light. They maneuvered in a coordinated way, then split into pairs and vanished suddenly, a behavior not typical of any known aircraft or atmospheric phenomenon. Kim, a frequent flyer familiar with aircraft and weather patterns, insisted it wasn't a reflection, a bird, a drone, or a cloud. Skeptics have proposed reflection from the wing or optical illusion, but the synchronized movements and separation defy routine explanations. Classified as a UFO, meaning an unidentified flying object, the phenomenon raises questions about potentially experimental or unknown aerial technology beyond conventional aviation capabilities. On March 21, 2012, a video emerged showing a UFO filmed from an airplane over the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area in Texas, one of the busiest airspaces in the United States. The footage, reportedly taken by passengers aiming to film Fort Worth downtown, shows an object moving so fast that the uploader described it as supersonic. The video was slowed down to reveal the object more clearly, but even at reduced speed, its motion appeared unnatural and unlike any known civilian aircraft. The object zipped across the Dallas skyline at speeds exceeding typical commercial aircraft performance, which led some to speculate about military involvement or unknown technology. The sighting sparked discussion due to the region's concentration of aerospace companies and military installations. However, no confirmed evidence supports the claim that the craft traveled at true supersonic speed or endangered aircraft. Official sources did not verify any flight rules violations or near-miss reports. While intriguing, this case has not been substantiated by an independent investigation. Enjoyed the video? Before we continue, don't forget to ring the bell, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. It truly helps me out, and I promise to bring you even more awesome content. Flight attendant Denise Tanis, 36 years old and employed by Wizz Air, reported an unusual sighting on a flight from Luton, England to Simony, Poland. While working aboard, she recorded what seemed like a window reflection, but later noticed about 20 minutes afterward a circular, pink flashing object moving independently outside the plane. Tanis, who has been in aviation for about 1 year, said she had never seen anything like it. No turbulence was reported, and neither she nor the captain observed the object in real time. When she showed the footage to the pilot, the crew was equally puzzled. The object appeared as a glowing pink disc, flashing and moving in a way inconsistent with reflections or aircraft lights. Skeptics suggested it could be light from her uniform, but she rejected this, citing the object's movement. A resident of Corby, Northamptonshire, she later admitted the sighting changed her views on extraterrestrial life. The airline has not issued a statement, and no independent verification has been made. An airline passenger reported witnessing a shape-shifting flying object that traveled alongside his aircraft for 7 minutes. This extended observation allowed for detailed recording of the object's behavior. The UFO kept pace with the plane, which was estimated to be moving at about 500 miles per hour at altitudes between 10,000 and 30,000 feet. The white, glowing object appeared to shift deliberately from an aircraft-like shape to a Y-shaped form, suggesting controlled movement rather than random distortion. Some theorists proposed it could be a plasma-based life form rather than a mechanical craft, an idea discussed among researchers of unexplained aerial phenomena. The footage, shared on a UFO Reddit forum, drew mixed reactions. Skeptics suggested it might be a water droplet on the window or light refraction. But these explanations fail to account for the sustained observation and coordinated movement with the jet. The phenomenon remains unexplained, fueling debate about possible biological or advanced technological origins. If you saw a glowing object keeping perfect pace with a jet at 30,000 feet and then shape-shifting mid-air, would you think it's advanced tech or a living entity? Let us know in the comments below. Footage from a Boeing 737 shows a small black object flying inches past a plane's wing at extreme speed, leaving a dark smoke trail. The incident is considered one of the most dangerous UFO encounters recorded, as the object came within striking distance of the aircraft. A Dutch passenger on a Ryanair flight from the Netherlands to Spain filmed the event unintentionally while recording the scenery. After about 4 minutes of routine footage, the object appeared, and the pilot abruptly banked the plane, causing loud engine noise and sudden movement. Passengers reported the aircraft shaking and performing sharp maneuvers typical of emergencies. The object's speed and trajectory were described as hostile, prompting immediate evasive action. Witnesses rejected the idea that it was a bird, citing flight characteristics beyond known wildlife or civilian aircraft. The footage remains unexplained and has fueled debate about whether the encounter involved advanced technology or an unidentified atmospheric phenomenon. A passenger aboard a flight from Brisbane to Melbourne in Australia filmed a black object hovering outside the plane approximately 45 minutes after takeoff at about 30 ps in 1,000 feet, the normal cruising altitude where encounters are rare due to strict air traffic controls. The bystander, 22-year-old Christine Emanuel, reported seeing a dark object hovering outside the wing, initially mistaking it for a cloud before realizing it was too straight and opaque to be meteorological. She tried to alert her partner, but he was half asleep and did not recall seeing it. Emmanuel said the unidentified object hovered for about 5 minutes before disappearing, giving ample time for observation. The footage is said to be out of the ordinary, given its unusual black coloration at high altitude, where most aircraft are painted light colors for visibility and heat reflection. Aviation professionals note that such a completely black object at cruising altitude is highly unusual. Skeptics have suggested it might have been a cloud or shadow, but Emmanuel insisted those explanations did not align with the object's shape and behavior. No official statement from the airline was released, and no independent verification has emerged. While flying over London, a passenger filmed a disc-shaped object with lights on either side hovering above the clouds, sparking significant interest among UFO researchers and on social media. The sighting gained attention because it occurred in one of the world's most closely monitored airspaces, where radar coverage and strict traffic control make unidentified objects difficult to explain. Viewers were divided. Some considered the footage credible due to the object's consistent behavior and symmetrical lighting, while skeptics suggested digital manipulation or optical illusions. Explanations such as weather balloons or atmospheric effects were also proposed, but do not match the object's structure and lighting. The proximity to London's defense and aerospace facilities has led to speculation about advanced experimental aircraft. This incident adds to a series of UFO reports in the city, including a sighting in North London months earlier, fueling debate over unidentified aerial phenomena and the call for systematic investigation. Do you think the disc-shaped object filmed over London was advanced military tech, or does this prove something truly unexplained is happening in our skies? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. A traveler on a flight to Greece recorded a video of a UFO flying near the airplane, creating one of the most discussed aviation sightings in recent years. Kerry Forrades, who filmed through his window, shared the footage online, where it went viral and drew millions of views and debate worldwide. Skeptics suggested the object might be a smoke trail from another aircraft, but aviation experts note that commercial planes follow strict altitude and separation rules, making such proximity unlikely. The object in the video maintained a consistent shape and steady position relative to Forrades' plane, unlike dissipating exhaust trails. The encounter, reportedly around 30,000 feet, highlights how unexplained aerial phenomena can unsettle passengers and crew. The sighting has fueled broader discussions about unidentified objects in controlled airspace, moving the conversation from niche communities into mainstream media and scientific inquiry. On the morning of February 17, 2022, passengers aboard a flight departing Glasgow International Airport reported seeing a strange object hovering close to their aircraft just after takeoff. The sighting occurred as the plane gained altitude above the clouds, a vulnerable phase in flight when nearby objects pose the greatest risk. One passenger, who captured blurry photographs from the window, described a large, elongated dark shape floating beside the wing. Although the image is distorted, likely due to airplane motion and excitement, the object's geometry and relative position suggested a three-dimensional presence rather than a smudge or reflection. Skeptics suggested it might be a smudge on the window or a photographic artifact. However, proponents of the sighting argue these explanations fail to account for the object's apparent alignment with the aircraft and its distinct shape. The passenger maintains the encounter was authentic, noting consistency in their account amid criticism. On July 7, 2010, a flight crew approaching Hangzhou Xiaoshan International Airport in Hangzhou, China, reported seeing an unidentified object in the sky. The airport responded within minutes by shutting down operations for approximately 1 hour, diverting inbound flights to Ningbo and Wuxi, and delaying about 18 flights while ground controllers assessed the situation. The object was first detected on radar or visually by the crew around 8:40 p.m. shortly before the airport closed at about 8:45 and reopened at 9:41 p.m. That made it the first known instance of a Chinese airport shutting down due to a reported UFO. Hundreds or even thousands of passengers were affected during the incident, which gained international attention. Local media reported residents had photographed a strange light earlier that evening, including one shaped like a comet tail with glowing rays. However, official investigations found no radar confirmation of the object, And some analysts proposed it could have been a Chinese DF-21 ballistic missile launch or a Progress M spacecraft launch from Kazakhstan, not an extraterrestrial craft. To this day, authorities in China have not issued a conclusive explanation. The Civil Aviation Administration of China noted that although flight safety protocols led to the shutdown, no definitive origin was established for the reported object. On March 25, 2024, passenger Michelle Reyes filmed a flying cylinder from her airplane window while flying above LaGuardia Airport in Queens. Given LaGuardia's heavily monitored airspace, the object's presence drew significant attention. Reyes reported the sighting to the FAA via email but received no response. On March 26th, she posted the footage to social media. Another passenger reportedly saw the object but did not record it. UFO analyst Thomas Wertman, director of the Mutual UFO Network in Ohio, reviewed the footage and estimated the object was around 2,500 feet high, moving about 230 miles per hour. Its cylindrical shape and lack of wings or tail ruled out common aircraft or drones. He found no signs of digital manipulation. Investigator Ben Hansen affirmed the video's authenticity but could not identify the object. The FAA confirmed no pilot reports. The footage has since gone viral, with explanations ranging from wildlife to weather balloons, though none account for its speed and structure. The case remains unresolved. Fascination with the concept of extraterrestrial visitors isn't new, but seeing these close encounters between commercial aircraft and UFOs makes the possibility more plausible than ever before. Each case we've examined today presents unique challenges to our understanding of what's possible in our skies. Which one was your favorite encounter? Why don't you let us know in the comments below what you think about these extraordinary sightings and whether you believe we're truly alone in the universe. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.